Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a rather large Sephora haul. This is everything that I've purchased since my last Sephora haul. That's how I work these videos on my channel. I show you everything that I purchase from Sephora, and then I follow up in about a month's time for a review on all these products. A couple of these items you would already seen on my channel in Trying New Makeup dedicated videos, and some you're gonna see in videos coming up this month. So let's get to it. I have stuff from Sephora Friends and Family sale. It is a sale that you have to get a link from someone who works at Sephora, and then you have access to the Friends and Family code for 20% off. So half of this order was from that sale, and the other half is just things that I've picked up prior to that sale. So I'm not sure when the next actual Sephora sale is going to be for everyone. I think last year they did one in August, like a surprise summer one, but Canada was left out of it. So I'm not going to hold my breath on if there's going to be another sale or not, but we have products to get into. I'm going to start off with one of my favorite things that I purchased in the past month, and it's from Sephora collection. And I did a whole video on this if you want to go check it out. It's the Sephora Reveal the Real Soft Radiant Skin Tint. As you can see now, I have two shades. Initially I picked up 200N and it was a fairly good match, but right now I am just a tad bit warmer and I wanted something a little bit lighter. Then I had a subscriber tell me to check out the shade 170 Light, which has an olive undertone. And this actually has the perfect amount of warmth without being too warm or too cool for my skin. So I like this. It's slightly lighter than 200N, but I could still get away with this when I'm tan. So it works out really nicely. I think if you're a similar shade match to me, I'd go with 170, which is in the light category, but it's not too light. I'm gonna swatch both of these for you just so you can see tonally the difference. That is 200N, and most days that actually works really well for me. And then I have the 170, which just has that little bit more warmth to it, as you can see, a little bit lighter. And I think both of these options are pretty good that I can get away with, but when I put 170 on my skin right now, it was literally the perfect match for me. So if you're curious, definitely check those out. But I've been really loving this formula, and this is 100% going in my favorites for this month. So check this out. It's such a good skin tint. If you're a fan of Beauty Blender skin tint, you're gonna love this one. It might be my new favorite, honestly, for skin tints. I still need to do that side by side though, so I can see if it truly has beat out my Beauty Blender, because it has been so good. And then I saw that Dior came out with a stick foundation, which ever since the Charlotte Tilbury flop for stick foundation, I really wanted a new stick foundation to replace my love for the Tom Ford that I have. So I'm hoping this does it. I've only used it once so far. I have it on my skin today. I think it looks good. It's a really good match too. The formula is really creamy and smooth. Let me get this out for you. I got 3N, which is a neutral. Again, if I were to be really picky, this is a little bit too neutral for me. Only right now, for whatever reason, I am more warm, which never happens, but I love the packaging of this. I think it's super sleek. The formula was really nice. It's laying on my skin beautifully, went on easily, blended out beautifully. The only thing about this is it is so strongly scented. I remember using their previous foundations and just, for whatever reason, they are heavily scented in those, but I really smell it in this stick foundation. That's just initial first impression. Of course, I'm going to try this on my skin with you guys in either a dedicated video or a Trying New Makeup. You will be seeing this on my channel, but I do have it on my skin today. If you're curious as to my base makeup, it's the Dior foundation stick. Why can't I think of what it was? Another foundation that I picked up because I saw someone use it and I absolutely wanted to have it, and I love it. So I'm very happy with this, and I got the mini to start out, but once this is done, 100% getting the full size. It is such a beautiful glowy finish if you like a glow. This is more natural, I'd say. This is super glowy. It's from Makeup Forever. It's their HD Skin Hydra Glow, and what's nice about this foundation is they actually have several shades that come in a mini size like this, which is nice for me, for a person who likes to try so much makeup. This is 2N26, and I love the shade match. It's really good. I think I probably could get a better one, but this was the best and closest in the mini size because obviously they don't have the full range. But I did use this in a Trying New Makeup if you want to see the finish on my skin. It wears beautifully, looks beautiful. It is so perfecting and gorgeous on the skin. For a glowy foundation, it's very, very flattering, which doesn't often happen for my skin texture, but that one is really pretty. And then I picked up 2 powders. There are so many powders that have recently launched or launching that I've been wanting to try. And I picked up the Rare Beauty one, which is a really good price point. I love the formula of this. It's their True to Myself Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder. I got the shade Porcelain, which I think is the lightest shade they have. And surprisingly, it does work for me. I use this for setting underneath my eyes. I love the finish of it. I don't think it's too light because this, though it does apply some coverage, it is so light in coverage. It's more so just a smoothing finishing powder. You're not going to get a full-on set heavy look with this. It's more so a finishing powder, in my opinion, that's pressed. And I do really like the color. I probably could go for a deeper one if I were to set my whole face, but I have used this all over my face. It doesn't alter the color too much. I think with bronzing I can make it work. So really there's not too much pigment in this. Just get your right undertone. I think you'll be good to go. And I think this one is a neutral shade. I'll have to look it up online, but the packaging is really unique. The formula is really good and the price is right because it's Rare Beauty. Their formulas for the price they do are just so good. So huge fan of this powder. I thought it might be better than my Charlotte Tilbury I said in a video. However, for coverage, I'd still opt for Charlotte Tilbury, but this one's really good if you need the smoothness, but you're not looking for as much coverage as the Charlotte Tilbury Pressed. And then this one from Too Faced, I was sold because of the packaging. It is so cute. I love when they do all their heart packaging. It's the Born This Way Soft Blur Flexible Finish Setting Powder. I got the shade Light. I think I should probably go back for medium. I was considering getting both, but because I use a light underneath my eyes and then I'm a medium all over, I just don't want to buy both all the time, but the packaging is adorable. I'm in love with the heart design. Again, I don't think it's too light for me. I'm wearing it underneath my eyes right now, but the concealer I'm using is quite light, which is new, which I'll show you. But the formula is super soft, a little bit drier than my favorite powder is, I'd say, but nothing that a little bit of setting spray can't fix. But on its own, I feel like I need just a slight bit more hydration, but it is creamy and it does have a little bit more pigment than the Rare Beauty. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury in pigment, but the Charlotte Tilbury just lays a little bit thinner on my skin, but it's still a really good powder, I'd say. As I said, I'd probably go back for the medium just to test it out all over my face as well, but I only just tried it today, so I can't give my full thoughts, but that's just initial first impression. I am late to try this next product, but I kept hearing so many good things about it, and I really wanted a new concealer. This is from Milk Makeup. It's their Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. And this one, they market it, you can use it all over your face or your under eye, whatever your needs are for this concealer. You have 8.5 milliliters of product in this concealer, and I got the shade 9N. This is actually quite light for me. I didn't think it was going to be as light as it is, but I am wearing it underneath my eyes. There is a good amount of coverage for this, and my initial impression of this, it's on the drier side. I already noticed it to be a little bit drying underneath my eyes, so I'm not sure how this is going to work for my normal to dry skin all over the face. Spot concealing and just using it as an all-over foundation, because a little goes a very long way and you get really good coverage with it. So I'm going to still try that out as a foundation because that's kind of what I intended it for, just for a quick all over makeup look. I've heard really good things about it, but I don't know if I'm going to like it just from first impression, but you will see. Again, in a Trying New Makeup I will show you, but I wanted to try these products on my face today just to give you a little bit of something for this video. And then this I picked up, it's from Sephora collection. It's their Best Skin Ever color corrector, which I love the Best Skin Ever line, and I got the shade Peach, which is a medium. I wish it was a little bit lighter, honestly. When I was looking at the colors, I didn't want a green corrector, and I think there was a red one, maybe for deeper skin tones. This looked like the best option for me, and it says it conceals, evens, and brightens. So we'll test this out in a trying new makeup, but it has one of those doe foot applicators, which I detest. So we'll see how that works. If the formula is good, I can get past the application of it. And then we have a couple new products from Refi, which I already tried out in a try new makeup. We have the Refi Face Setter Spray. I love the aesthetic of Refi. It's very simple. However, for this, I just wish they elevated a little bit more for the spray because the mister isn't as fine as I personally like, but the formula is good. So have that still. And then I also picked up the Refi Face Primer. It's a blur and hydrate primer. This is supposed to have some oil control properties to it and is better for those with oily skin, which I still tested it out. It doesn't have the same applicator as the roll-on one. It just has this metal tip applicator. It looks like a giant lip gloss, and I still don't see the point of this applicator. The roll-on one made sense to me more than this one. I really liked the finish and how silky this was on the skin. So the formula in this as well is really nice. I just wish the dispensing method was a little bit different because I love the formula of this one. I probably like the formula better of this one as opposed to the roll-on one, which I really like, but I like the application method of the roll-on over that one. Just me being picky. I've been constantly getting people telling me that they cannot find shade 5 in the Haus Labs bronzer, and I see it on Sephora Canada, so it made me worried. Are they getting rid of this? Are they doing a packaging upgrade like they did for the blushes? Like, what is going on with this bronzer? Because this is my holy grail #1 bronzer at this point, so I got nervous and went back for a backup of medium level 5. I cannot be without this bronzer at this point. I'm wearing it on my skin today. Let me show you the one I currently have. This is my current #5. I'm getting pretty low, so it warranted the backup because you guys have been scaring me. I needed to get a backup of this. So if you're in Canada, you can still get medium level 5. So if you want to know my favorite bronzer ever, that is it. I will 100% pick this up if it is a reformulation or just a repackage, and I will let you know color comparison because I cannot be without this stuff now. It's one of the only bronzers that never looks patchy on me. It is so seamless. That is what I love about it. The formula is just impeccable. And then we do have Morphe on Sephora Canada. So I picked up one of these Euphoric Rush blushes. It's a 3-in-1 silk blush. And I got the shade Pleasured, which I have not tried this formula yet. I wanted to try this on camera with you guys, but there were so many other blushes that just kind of took over. Everyone I've seen apply this, it looks so beautiful, and it just looks really cool. Has a little swirl to it and looks like a balm. It just looks super cool, and it just looks so hydrating and beautiful on the skin. Literally the perfect color too from the people I've seen apply this, so I want to use that in a trying new makeup as well. So very excited for that formula. And then I was pressured into getting this, and I'm so happy that I was. This is the lip liners from Fenty. So I was holding off because I am on Fenty's PR, but some launches I don't get and some I do. I didn't get their summer launch, but I got the previous ones. So I was hoping that they would come in the mail, but they did not. So I went and got one of these pencils because they just looked too good to pass, and you guys told me I needed to try them. So this is the Traced Out Pencil Lip Liner, and I got the shade Riri, which is a pink. Usually I go for a brown shade. Been using this so much. So creamy and long wearing. It is absolutely gorgeous. So you guys were right about the formula. It is beautiful. They do not smudge or smear, so we're just gonna give that time to dry, and then I'll come back and show you a little smudge test on that. But now I definitely want to check out more shades in that. It's like a Charlotte Tilbury, because those are long wearing, but even creamier. When I first applied this, it kind of just melts and blends out itself. I would wear the lip liner just on its own. That's how good on its own that lip liner looks. You can see in my trying new makeup, it's just so beautiful, especially that color. I'm so happy I went with a pink. And then I have a couple lip products. This on TikTok, I saw someone do a lip combo, which I decided to wear today, and I do love it. I can tell if I'm gonna love a formula or color combination, and I get suckered into lip combos. That's like a weakness of mine. If I see someone with really, really beautiful lip combo, This is from Giorgio Armani, and it's the Prisma Glass High Shine Hydrating Oil Infused Lip Gloss. And I got this in Cherry Glaze, which normally I don't do reds, but this color of sheer red is just something that I always love. I'm wearing it on my lips today with Charlotte Tilbury Love Trap lip liner. What I love even more than the shine of this, which is beautiful in the color, is how this feels. The texture of this, for me, is the perfect combination of thickness and creaminess. It just feels so smooth on the lips, but not thin. For formulas that I've ever tried, this would have to be my definition of perfect for a lip gloss formula, is what this feels like. Though I do think it could be shinier, because that's why I bought it, but it's the formula and the feel of this that is really impressing me. And then we have the Morphe Drip Glass Glazed High Shine Lip Gloss, and I got the shade Polished Peach because I haven't been doing peaches for a long time. So I figured, you know what? Let's get a nice light peach and do some peach lips, and this, beautiful too. If you want an affordable, glossy, pigmented version of a lip gloss, these are so pretty. So I'm really happy with this purchase. And I actually want to go back for more shades in this just because of the price point, and I do like some pigment in a gloss occasionally. This is very sheer, but if I'm looking for pigment, I just pick up some of these Morphe ones because they're really good. The formula is beautiful. And then my last Morphe purchase that I picked up is this Nude Ambition Artistry palette. I saw really good ratings for this, and I wanted a new eyeshadow palette for a try new makeup. So I've already used this, and it's hard to find really good quality, more affordable eyeshadow palettes. And this one just seemed to be right up my alley in terms of color story. And then I got it home and realized how close it was to one of my favorite palettes, which is the Lunar Beauty palette that I absolutely love. So this looks almost identical to Nude Prism. If you have that, you definitely do not need this, but it's really good. And I've had issues with Morphe eyeshadows in the past not wearing on my eyes. They fade. This palette specifically, I've had zero issue, and they wear really nicely. So I don't get the fading like I did with older palettes from Morphe that I've purchased. This one is probably my favorite one that I've ever tried. And then Fleur came out with a couple new scents. I can't find the other one that they came out with after these two. It hasn't dropped on Sephora Canada. I don't know if it's like a Fleur exclusive or anything, but I really want that one because these two were just kind of meh. They don't smell horrible to me, but they also don't wow me in any way. They're very just average fragrances. And that's the thing with Fleur. They either have true hits for me or complete misses. And I wouldn't say this is a complete miss, but they're just, I'm not wowed. This one specifically has this kind of caramel buttered popcorn scent, which you already know in Sol de Janeiro that I do not care for that scent. It just doesn't do it for me. It's the caramel skin one. I really thought coconut skin was going to be so much better than it is, but it smells so basic. I like it. It's just, it's not that good. I just wish these were more than what they were. So this launch specifically for me was a little bit of a letdown. So I haven't really been reaching for these since I've purchased them. And for whatever reason, these ones, the caps always fall off. I can't hold them without them falling off, which is super annoying. I had that issue with initial launches, then I thought they fixed it, but now, as you see, they keep doing that. Because often when I'm picking up a fragrance from my collection, like the cap is so big, my finger's here, so they always just pop off, which I find annoying. So the packaging is odd on these ones. They're not as good as the other ones I have. It's just something about this specific launch that just was a little bit of a miss. Again, I don't hate them. I'm just not wowed. One note in here that I don't care for, and I'm just not wowed by either of them, is the best thing to describe. Then before the Friends and Family sale, which I got some of these products, I did have some codes that I wanted to share. So when I place a Sephora order, I always wait for them to have a code of a product that I want to try or that influences me to finally place that order. So we do have some good things here, and I always like to share these with you because it's just fun. So we have the Tarte Hydrating Primer, which I haven't tried Tarte products in a while, so this was a code that I figured add to cart. Then we had this whole hair care package, which has some really good samples in here of things to try. We have a little detox shampoo in here from Dry Bar, whey conditioner, some Oribe, which I love the Oribe, and I think more whey back here. So just like a ton of really good samples in here to test out. And then this, of course, add to cart. We have two of my favorites in here from Benefit. We have their 24-hour brow setter and the FanFest mascara, which is my favorite mascara that they do, and this is my favorite brow gel of all time. So had to get that. And then we had a really good coupon code for Charlotte Tilbury with their Magic Serum Crystal Elixir, which I fell in love with from another sample. So got another sample of that. And I love the Magic Cream. So we got a little mini of that. And then the last thing we have for samples is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist base, which this is their pore diffusing primer. I prefer their Radiant one, but figured I'd give this another test because it's been a while since I purchased that. So I figured, let's try it again. That is everything I picked up for this Sephora haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're going to be shopping the Friends and Family sale, if you were lucky enough to know someone who works there. Thank you to the subscriber who always sends me their link. I appreciate you so much, and otherwise I wouldn't have half the stuff here to share with you. So I cannot wait to use these products in upcoming videos. Let me know what you want to see first and what you're really excited for that has recently dropped on Sephora, or products you want to see in my next Sephora haul. I'd love to know your recommendations, what you'd love to see me pick up and review for you guys. You guys give me the best recommendations, and I always try and pick up products that you recommend to me, so it's not just things that I want to purchase, but things that you want me to purchase as well that always end up being favorites. So let me know what you want to see me pick up next. And in about a month's time, you're going to see all these products in a final review. So I'm going to use these for the next month and let you know in about a month's time whether it worked out, whether it didn't, and if I had to return anything, all that good stuff in my next video. So thank you so much for watching this one, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.